pay of each individual. So we are not following that we have an MC circle, and the MC circle has a corridor of a pay slip between 80,000 or 100,000 rubles. There is a huge deviation based on the individual performance appraisal of each and every employee. And the second, and this is quite important, that the people know why I'm well paid or why I'm only average paid, that we are giving an open feedback. And this open feedback is also formalized. It is not happening by coincidence. We are just now in the fourth quarter, and I do a lot of round tables. This is the name for this year, where we are appraising our employees, not I'm alone, but with the colleagues. So we try to give a 30-60 degree appraisal for all of our employees, and we are delivering this to our employees. And this appraisal at the end of the day is then the next year basis for salary increases or also for incentives. The second part for sure is training and development. For sure, this is a quite important part. This is not only related to Russia, this is valid in all Henkel companies and countries. So we are going for filling our pipeline with talents from the early beginning. We are deploying career plans, which indeed have a perspective, long-term, depends, but between 3 and 5 years. So at least you should know as an Henkel employee what is your hierarchical level, what is your perspective in your management career for the next 3 years. We strongly ask people to go for job rotation. And job rotation mainly in Central Eastern Europe, in other countries, but also into the headquarters or to Western countries. That they are not creating the same what they did in Russia, in Hungary, but to have experience in a totally different surrounding. Very, very important, and there will be no promotion if people are not having experience outside of Russia. This is a must. This is a must if you want to be a high-ranked manager. Number 3, as we have different circumstances, challenges here in Central Eastern Europe, we created an own Henkel Central Eastern European Academy where all young managers will be trained, not only once, but there is a semester program, and the people will go several times to nice Slovenia and Bled, and there will be some semester where they will have a clear understanding of all areas of interest in business. And we have also introduced a mentor program. That means all senior manager in Henkel Russia, there are roughly 15, all senior manager of Henkel Russia, they have also some mentees, between 1 and 2 mentees, where they are coaching on a regular basis these high potentials, and there is a link between these mentors and mentees on a regular basis. So once a month there will be a meeting between the mentor and the mentee, and that will be not your subordinate, it will be somebody from the management, from another division or other location. Quite important, it is not the direct line in this mentor-mentee relation, but from other lines. Yeah, and the next point is to attract and to retain key players. As I mentioned, major part of this is to have a clear career plan. We are going for promotion from inside. We had last year roughly 30 promotions from inside within our management cycle. So this is our belief that roughly 75 to 80% of all our promotion should come from inside, and only 20 to 25% should be coming from outside. As I mentioned, one of the major parts is that we will reduce our expatriates as Russia is going more and more mature. Also the systems and the organization is more sound, and therefore we should follow this idea to have really Russians on top manager position and not only on middle management position. We also created, because Russia is indeed a quite hot market for young talents, we also created an own retention policy. That means money for high potentials. If they stay longer with the company, that is a long-term incentive. This is very specific for Russia. It is not valid outside of Russia in the Henkel world. And I come to the last point here in my presentation. It is also the HIC program, the Henkel Innovation Challenge, which I would like to tell you now. Did you hear about this Henkel Innovation Challenge? Yes. Okay, so you can probably tell me more about this than I can tell you. So this is indeed for us quite new because we started with this initiative in Russia last year, despite other countries started earlier. But actually we were quite strongly impressed by the numbers of application and also the quality which was delivered at the end of the day. So we had indeed a lot of students, 63 teams, and we are counting already for this year, and indeed participation rate is quite big again for this year, so it seems to be this is an interesting program, and indeed it was not only a lot of work, it was also a lot of fun, which might be transferred by these pictures here. Yeah, and this is now our week 4, that means our Henkel Innovation Challenge for this year. So indeed there are still 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks left to participate, and we can ask you that we will meet again then, if you are on the finalist list. So again, that is the same rule as we had it last year. 2 or 3 students should create a team, and as a teamwork they should create their ideas, their visions, what Henkel can sell in 40 years. Yeah, in 40 years. So maybe I will have to obey this from Sky, but this is a quite long perspective at least, and therefore you can be very, very creative. So please apply for December 13th. The bonification, the incentive for this is quite attractive. As I said, if you are in the finalist list, we will meet again in Moscow to have this very interesting and entertaining day, but there are also some interesting perspectives if you are then the final winner for Russia, because you will be then invited in April to nice Berlin. That will be this year the final round, and the finalists and the winner of the finalists will meet our CEO, Kaspar Rohrstedt, by the way, Danish guy, not a German guy, Danish guy. We have one international board also. Yeah, and last but not least, the ticket around the world sounds also quite attractive. So that's it from my side. So please feel free to answer, and afterwards please feel free to apply. Thanks a lot. Some questions left now.
I have two last my questions about your production. Say that Persil, production like Persil and Denny is your own production, and how you are solving like this problem that they are competitors in the market. For example, Persil and Denny, they are competing in the market. How you are solving this problem?
Yeah, they are not competing actually. This is the art of marketing. Yeah, that you are producing. We have 4 detergents: Persil, Gloss, Denny, and Primoz. And actually, the main difference for sure, first of all, is price, which is visible, because Persil is index 100, Denny is index 60%. So it's cheaper, but for sure also the quality is a different one. So, and for sure also the positioning of the brand is a totally different one. So when we are talking about Persil, for instance, this is our stain champion, or is our best-in-class detergent, where you expect 100% state-of-art quality. When you're talking about Denny, that is a universal product for the family. And there you do not need 100% of this performance of Persil. There you need a reliable, good product which is solving your daily stains. The daily stains, and for sure fitting to your wallet. And this is the art where you are positioning, and you will see that also in advertising, that there are differences in positioning, to position them that they are not competing with each other, but that they are competing with their peers of the competitors.
Okay. And the second question, can you give us please some advices, your own advices for students who want to work in Henkel? Which people you are searching for, and for you most important education or some own characteristics of people?
Actually, to be honest, education and a good test and some good notes is nice to have, and it's important to have a first entrance. Actually, I was never looking on test results in the last 10 years, because I'm only interested in the people and the personality of these people. And I have seen excellent people, but they could not express themselves. I have seen excellent people, but they had no personality in order to show me winning spirit. And these people can be excellent on paper, but they will not be excellent in daily work in a business. Yeah, so engagement, personality, fighting spirit, a good open mind, this is important. Yeah? Open-mindedness. Yeah? That you are open to learn and that you are also willing to contribute. Yeah? So I actually have problems with people who are not willing to contribute. They are sitting there and consuming but not giving. Yeah? And they might be that they are excellent in their thoughts, but if they do not deliver, no added value. Yeah? This is important.
But how we can show that we are the excellent, that we are the best students in the world? How we can start our job in Henkel when we come in Henkel other big companies? We need to test some tests that, but these tests can show our opportunities.
Yeah, as I said, tests are important because that is a step in. Yeah, but it's only the first door is open, and you have to open by far more doors. Yeah, and there I can only tell once again, repeat, that you have to sell your personality. And personality for me is that you are willing to deliver, that you are open-minded, and that you are interested and willing also to learn. Yeah.
Can I ask one?
Maybe she, because first I will not forget.
And what about the experience? You said that is it important for students at the beginning of the career?
Yeah, indeed, extremely important, because the competition of students is huge. And I have seen so many excellent people here in Russia, but also in Czech Republic, excellent people, students, which has a unbelievable experience in different companies during internship. Yeah, you did have one up to now, no. According to your face. Work on it, really. Yeah, this is not Henkel specific. Yeah? Managers in big companies are looking what are they doing, what have they done during the studies. And the internship is extremely important. Yeah? Not because of only of the experience, yeah? But also to show that you are interested not only in studies but to have a broader view. Yeah? There's also once again a question of mindset, that you are willing to deliver not only in the classrooms but also outside. Yeah. Hopefully you have time enough to catch up. Huh? Yeah. Welcome. Yeah.
Why we should choose Henkel?
You gave me a wonderful.
Don't tell me.
You gave me a wonderful compliment. I totally failed. Huh? Because Henkel is a very specific company. Because we have a very specific atmosphere. I like this atmosphere. Because this is an atmosphere with a lot of respect. And a lot of people tell me this. When I asking them after 3-4 months they are in our company, what do they like most? And this is respect. That we treat the people with respect. Quite banal answer, but that is the truth.
Could you tell us a bit how you fight against Russian mentality? Because it's different from European.
If I would fight against Russian mentality, I would fail. I would fail. If you come to another country and say, my goodness, are they different? In Moscow streets they are so rude. I have to fight against them. You will fail. I would not be here 5 years if I had to fight. No, you have to be open and to clearly acknowledge differences in cultures and to acknowledge differences in countries and even in people behavior. And if you want to fight against this, you are doing a big mistake. You have to accept and to learn. And this is the reason I said it's so important also to move out of Russia, because you will have the similar experience when you are in France or don't know wherever. My goodness, the people are totally different. Shall I fight against them? No.
So you're trying to involve yourself
for
in
sure.
culture.
You have really to change your head and put yes, for sure you will not change your identity, but you have to have this flexibility to adapt and not to come here to Russia and say, my goodness, everything is difficult and the people are difficult. This would be a huge mistake. Some people are doing this, but they are not longer than 2 years in the company, I promise you. Yeah. Yeah.
What language do you prefer in the company? German or English?
I would prefer German because that is more convenient for me, but it's quite clear that it's 100% is English. Yeah. Unfortunately, my Russian is still not good enough. No, it's English. Yeah. Yeah.
As long as we talked about Soviet Union, you didn't tell us about the Baltic states. Because is it separated market from Russian Federation and other members of ex-Soviet Union?
Yeah, indeed, Baltic states are, and when I was in Poland, I was also responsible for Baltics. They are indeed separated, and actually market conditions, they are now awful, but market conditions are quite different to that what we see in Russia, or at that time former Soviet Union. Quite different, and they are steered now strongly via Poland, and will be even more steered via Poland, especially when we are talking about function, that means financials, HR, purchasing, but they are sourced from Russia, mainly. So they are a little bit from Russia and from Poland, depends what is more economic. Yeah? But they are not part of the Russian Empire.
I want to hear a few words about your secret success secret.
My secret success? Oh. What is secret success? That is a difficult question, actually. Maybe I should keep my secret for me. My personal secret success is that you should be always diplomatic but honest. Yeah? And you should also, what I also told you, express what you can deliver. You should not keep back and wait what the other is telling you. You should express, you should contribute. If you do not contribute, you most probably will not be a high-ranked manager. Never ever. Yeah, so that is quite important, and you should be always honest to yourself and not too flexible. Yeah? And be patient. Yeah? Actually, you have seen that. I'm quite patient because I'm 18 years out of Germany, but I'm 4 or 5 years in the same position. I'm not a job hopper. For me, this is my secret. Well released here. Huh? Yeah? But then you have also experience and also self-confidence to deliver what you are promising to deliver. Huh? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
And this is my last question. And can you say about yourself that you are happy and that you are satisfied of your life?
I am happy and I'm satisfied with my life. Yes. Yeah. No, I'm indeed. Yeah. As I said, career is 50% is coincidence. Yeah. And actually, I can say yes. I was on the positive side of coincidences, which lead me to Russia. Actually, 10 years ago, I never would expect to come to Russia, but I'm now here. And for me, that for sure is a huge challenge and a huge honor, but also it's a huge fun. Yeah, so I'm highly motivated to, despite I have to still to go through the Moscow traffic, I'm highly motivated to go to work every day because I again have a lot of new experiences, challenges, still despite I'm more than 30 years with the company. And this is a good situation that you are not doing a lot of routine, but you can be challenged every day by new experiences and challenges. Yeah.
And you have been working in the same company for so long time, and haven't you ever wanted for something new?
Sorry, what?
Haven't you ever wanted for something new?
Oh yeah, for sure. When I was even younger than now, that means 20 years ago, I had for sure some ideas to look for other opportunities outside of Henkel for sure. But it's just testing how good you are for me. Yeah?
And wasn't it difficult for you to work in the same company that you know in your life?
No, it was not. But actually I can tell you, Henkel today is not to be compared with Henkel 30 years ago. And as I told you, when I started in Henkel in 78, Henkel was extremely German, was extremely conservative, and was extremely male. Yeah? Females were assistants, secretary, but not manager. Yeah? It cost a hell of time that we had the first senior corporate vice president as a female. But 30 years ago, I never would apply to Henkel when this company would be still in place. Never, ever. Never. So, yes, the name is the same, but the company is totally different. Yeah? Yeah?
It would be nice to know about the national aspects of the Henkel company. I mean, for example, how much people we have from Germany, from Turkey, from in percent?
Here in Russia?
Percentage. Yeah.
Here in Russia?
No, not at all. No, total.
Actually, I do not know. I do not know, but I can tell you roughly I can only guess according to net sales share. The biggest part we have in the US, so I guess this is
The
majority, maybe 7,000, 8,000 people in the US. We have roughly 8,000, 9,000 people in Germany, and I guess number 3 is Russia. We have seen that 3,000 people. Yeah? And the rest, not for sure in China we have also, but I guess we have more. I guess number 3 is Russia. Ja.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. Guten Abend. Schön mal wieder deutsche Wörter zu hören.
I'd like to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Which university did you graduate?
Sorry?
Which university did you graduate?
In Cologne. Cologne. Do you know?
No.
No? Was a very famous one at that time. Unfortunately, we lost a little bit their reputation. But I choose Cologne indeed because they were famous. I said it in the beginning. Because for me it was quite clear, because it was clear I will become a retail manager. And at that time there was the guru of retail economy was sitting in Cologne. Therefore I was studying in Cologne and I like this very much.
Yes, I know that in Germany very strong economic university.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not know what is it today with Cologne, but they still have a good reputation. So was good. Was a nice experience. And I enjoyed a little bit longer than it was needed, I guess. Everybody exhausted? Tired? No?
No.
So a last question from your side.
About Russian language.
Yeah. Zagradzali po-ruski чуть-чуть. That's all. Okay, yeah. Then let's end this session here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Actually, this is not a duty for me, it is also a pleasure for me to be together with young people, and even more to be together with young people who show up with such an engagement and with such a motivation. Please keep this, and especially keep this when you want to come to our HIC program. So I hope some of you I will see soon again. Yeah? Thanks a lot.
We too.
And see you later.